Tonight on Connecticut's news station, fire rescue. See how one woman pulled a man from his burning van and got him in his wheelchair.
Right now, a weather watch alert for more patches of freezing rain overnight and a big temperature drop ahead tomorrow.
Also, a man is sentenced in the death of an off-duty police officer. The sentencing tonight in a Fox 61 exclusive.
1 year later, we'll see how Connecticut is remembering Ukraine during a somber milestone in the Russian invasion.
And promising signs for your breakfast. Find out why USDA says egg prices could drop nearly 30% this year.
Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
And we start things off here at 10 with a weather watch alert as freezing rain is falling across Connecticut tonight. Good evening, I'm Ben Goldman.
And I'm Jen Bernstein. Thanks for joining us. That rain is expected to linger overnight and could cause problems on your morning commute tomorrow.
Let's go right to meteorologist Ryan Breton for a first check of the forecast. Ryan?
Ben and Jen, we also have a lot of mist, drizzle, and fog out there tonight. And ahead of that, we have this line of showers to the northwest. We now have some freezing rain, steady freezing rain falling in parts of northern Connecticut from Hartland over to Winstead and Norfolk over to Canaan too. This is moving to the east and northeast, but the temperatures are really important out there right now. It's 33 in Hartford, but it's 30 in Avon, 30 in Granby, 28 in Norfolk. Those are the places where we may have some freezing rain ongoing right now, and same goes for eastern and northeast Connecticut as all of this slides east. But to the south, temperatures do warm up. Along the shoreline, we're safely above freezing, and any precipitation or any fog here is not freezing, unlike in northern parts of the state. So our weather watch alert continues tonight for light freezing rain, areas of mist and freezing drizzle too. And any untreated roads could become slippery overnight, even if they were treated earlier in the day. So over the next couple of hours, those showers to the west will be moving through. A lot of this falling in the form of freezing rain in northern Connecticut, plain rain showers closer to the coastline. The steady precipitation is out of here by morning, though, and the air begins to dry out tomorrow morning as well. So there might be some slick spots for the commute. Temperatures briefly getting above freezing for a while tomorrow morning, but then dropping tomorrow afternoon. And as the temperatures drop, the winds will pick up. We'll have some gusts over 40 miles per hour at times, making it feel more like the 20s and eventually teens later in the day tomorrow. We have a lot of weather to follow, a cold start to the weekend, and then a possible winter storm early next week. I'll be back to talk about it all coming up.
Oh boy, thank you very much, Ryan. Be sure to scan the QR code on your screen to download the free Fox 61 News app. It's a great resource for the latest weather forecasts and live radar all across Connecticut. Well, new video tonight shows the moments after a heroic rescue on Interstate 384 in Manchester.
A handicapped man was saved from a burning car by a middle school teacher and even got him into his wheelchair. Fox 61's Gabby Molina spoke with her tonight, and Gabby joins us in studio to tell us what she had to say. Gabby?
Ben and Jen, this is a pretty incredible story all around. Heather Sika Leonard works in Manchester, and today she just so happened to take a different way home than usual. That put her in the exact right spot at the exact right time to save a life. A van engulfed in flames on I-384 in Manchester Thursday afternoon. Just moments before, the driver was stuck inside.
I saw a van pulled over with smoke pouring out of it, and the driver was like half hanging out of the car, so I stopped to help. And when I got there, there were flames coming out of the dashboard. And I was like, "Oh, are you stuck? Can I help you?" And he goes, "I'm handicapped. I need my wheelchair."
Heather Sika Leonard was driving home from her job as a middle school music teacher when she sprung into action to find that wheelchair and get the man out.
I did what I thought anybody would do. If you saw the amount of smoke coming out of his car, you would think people would stop and help. So to me, it just felt like a natural reaction.
She said she doesn't consider herself a hero, but fire officials say her efforts did in fact save a life.
The right person in the right place at the right time who made a legitimate difference and literally saved the day and preventing any and all injuries and probably avoiding a fatality, quite honestly.
A picture of the aftermath of the fire also proves how different the outcome could have been had Sika Leonard not done what she did.
I don't know that it's connecting for me yet, what the outcome would have been if I didn't react, because it was just an instinct that if I'm driving by, you react.
She and the man named John, both safe. Now, she looks forward to getting to learn more about the life that she saved.
He's a veteran. I wish I knew more about his services because everybody was asking him so many questions. I didn't dig in more, but I'd love to hear more of his stories.
And firefighters are still investigating how that fire started. They said a fuel tank ruptured, making the fire tough to handle, but they were eventually able to get it under control. And of course, most importantly, no one was hurt and everyone is doing okay tonight. In the studio, Gabby Molina, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
An amazing rescue. Thank you, Gabby. Now to a Fox 61 follow-up tonight. The state's Department of Children and Families getting a critical review 1 year after a Salem baby died of a fentanyl overdose. 13-month-old Kaylee's death came just 1 day before DCF caseworkers planned to visit her home. Connecticut's child advocate wrote a 13-page report accusing DCF of having inadequate safety plans in this and other cases. Of the 99 children who've died from overdoses in the last 3 years, nearly 1/4 had open DCF cases.
Some of the casework around those families and for those children was inconsistent and didn't always meet the children and families' needs. And baby Kaylee's case was an example of that.
The DCF commissioner says the department has started a fentanyl advisory group and given a new overdose app to social workers.
A man convicted of murdering a woman in Waterbury has been sentenced to 105 years in prison. Christopher Iverson was found guilty of killing Salita Billups in 2018. He also tied up Billups' 11-year-old son, hit him in the head with a bottle, and lit a bed on fire. The boy was able to escape.
Well, turning now to a story you'll only see here on Fox 61 tonight. The man charged in the death of an off-duty police officer in South Windsor has learned his fate. Spencer Krause was sentenced to 11 years in prison. Back in 2021, police say that he was driving drunk in Tolland and hit a South Windsor police sergeant, Ben Lovett, while Lovett was riding his motorcycle. Krause admitted that he was drunk to police returning from a nightclub that same evening.
I'm deeply ashamed of my actions that led to this tragedy, and I know that all I can do is promise to honor Ben's life and his mission.
He made a decision to try and get away, and then he made another decision to try and get away, and then he made a third decision to try and get away.
Sergeant Lovett was only 25 years old and spent 3 years with the South Windsor Police Department.
New details in Meriden tonight in the case of a Platt High School swim coach accused of recording an underage player. The victim says she was changing in the coach's office and accuses her coach, Daniel Barilaro, of leaving his phone recording her. Barilaro admitted to police that he recorded the victim, but said it was an accident. Police still charged him with voyeurism because of security camera evidence, and officers believe it would have been hard to accidentally record on Barilaro's phone.
Well, Connecticut's Attorney General is officially launching an investigation into potentially unfair practices at Stone Academy. The school shut down suddenly last week instead of facing an audit. Attorney General William Tong is now looking into whether Stone Academy misused state and federal money and if it deceived students. The state has received more than 100 complaints about Stone Academy.
If we find any violations of law or conflicts of interest, we will take action.
State lawmakers say in addition to this investigation, they'll be looking at strengthening laws about regulation for other for-profit schools to avoid what happened at Stone.
Fox 61 celebrates Black History Month.
Well, new at 10, Connecticut lawmakers honoring Black former political leaders. A celebration was hosted tonight by State Representative Bobby Gibson and Benjamin Foster, who's a professor of African American Studies at Central Connecticut State University. They say it's important to honor all parts of our state's shared history.
History ought not to be concealed, it must be revealed. And so, those of us who attended Hartford High, we remember Donald Johanson, never knowing, Lou, that he would be the one to discover that we all are part of one humanity. We all are Africans.
The event in the Legislative Office Building also celebrated Connecticut becoming the first state to require high schools provide courses on Black and Latino studies.